standing up.
So any goals for the year? I mean, this is the first time you've been without Danilo Gallinari.
Yeah, first time. It's kind of weird. Yeah.
So what are you thinking about the year? I mean, what's your goal?
I mean, we lost Gallo, of course. Definitely missed his shooting and his ability to get to the foul line and stuff like that, and just be comfortable and playing with him for so long. But we added Paul, who also draws a lot of fouls, who also can score in a different variety of ways. He's been on some really good teams, so he can learn a lot from him. Jokic, he has another year under his belt. We've seen his transformation last year, so we're looking forward to watching him grow this year and following his footsteps. And same with Gary and Jamal and Will Barton. I think we got a lot of exciting guys. Like last year, we got a lot of guys who can score, but now we kind of got two go-to guys with him and Jokic. So I think having that and having knowing who our go-to guys are and what to expect from each player and having actual roles and kind of having that structure going into the season. Last year, we kind of didn't know, other than maybe one or two guys who was going to start and the offense and just different things. I think having those things settled this year and knowing what to expect from as far as that standpoint, I think that's big for the team.
Is that you pointed that out? Is that structure essential to? I mean, specifically, Tim Connolly has pointed out a pecking order. I mean, it's just you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because it creates a certainty.
Yeah.
Do you need that certainty?
Yeah, definitely. From my experiences on and off the court, even growing up and not having the structure, and having to learn how to deal with structure later on in life, and seeing how important that is. I think same thing with basketball, having a few years. Not saying we didn't have a structure, we just didn't have a pecking order, and we didn't know what to expect. We had a lot of guys that was young. We didn't know the first year. We knew Jokic was good, but we didn't know he was going to turn into this. Same with Gary, and Jamal had the injuries. He probably could have had an even better season last year. What I mean? So and then adding guys like Paul. So I think it's structuring and having that pecking order and having roles set and and still having that diversity and still having a guy who can come off the bench in a Will Barton or a Trey Lyles that can score, and just having that firepower. So.
I've in the years and years that I've been covering you, I've found you to be the most interesting person just because of your diverse interests. You have so many diverse interests. Is that part of the your life? I mean, do you need to have all these different interests in your life to kind of edify yourself and
I think so. I think at a young age, kind of grew up in a place, everybody wanted to be tough. Everybody, it wasn't cool to be different. It wasn't cool to be smart. So definitely growing up like that, and then leaving that place, which is a small place, and getting drafted, going to New York, coming here, just seeing so many different things and learning so much stuff in a short time, and wanting to spread your wings. So I think it's cool, to like different things. Some stuff might drop off later in life, but just to experience different things and be into different things and think things are cool and not be judged if you like this, if you like that. I think it's pretty cool. Sometimes I think I drown myself in stuff. I kind of oh, this is cool. I just try to juggle so much stuff, but I think, man, I like doing different things and exploring and talking and being around different people and trying traveling and trying different things and taking chances and stuff like that. I like it.
Well, I think if your personal evolution, you've incorporated the vegan diet and you've expounded on a lot of different ways. It's basketball, Wilson Chandler. What does the NBA player Wilson Chandler want to do with this season? Is that, do you have a personal goal?
Yeah, definitely. I think getting traded here. At first, I thought it was the worst thing ever. My first trade ever. And then leaving New York where I was comfortable when I started to like it coming here. And I think, and then having the injury as soon as I get here, every year, and just having to grow, and now realizing the trade was probably the best thing to ever happen, and as far as and maybe not saying the injury is a good thing, but being able to realize, I think a lot of people once they get a certain status or a certain place in life they stop living in reality, maybe a little bit. So I think just having those injuries and stuff like that, having to refocus and realign yourself with life in general, and I think it was a big thing for me. But as far as like personally to grow, I think growing from last year to this year, like building on the success I had last year, taking it to this year, I think my biggest thing is not to focus on being so much better than last year. I think my focus is to learn how to play off Jokic, to learn how to play off Paul, and I think that'd be better for me than anything I could possibly do on my own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's it for me, man. That's it.
Yeah,
thanks for sitting. Well,
yeah.
allow me to